What would you do if the world laughed while your dignity was torn apart? At a quiet gas station under the Georgia sun, Amira Johnson, a poised young black woman dressed for her first job interview, became the target of three men's cruelty. They mocked her skin, her clothes, and her worth, until one of them sneered, "Girls like you should stick to cleaning, not driving." The laughter that followed broke something deeper than fabric. But they never imagined what she'd do next when silence turned into strength. Engines hummed. A scream cut through the summer air. The summer heat shimmered across the gas station lot when laughter cut through the air, sharp, mocking, and mean. Amira Johnson, a young black woman in a black crop top and white skirt, stood by pump number 4, just trying to fill her tank before her job interview. Three men leaned on a pickup nearby, eyes locked on her. "Guess someone's trying too hard to look rich," one sneered. She ignored them. Then came the sound that made her freeze. Fabric tearing. One of them had grabbed her top and ripped it clean down the front. The crowd gasped, phones lifted, laughter echoing across the lot. Amira's breath caught, her hands trembling, but not from fear. From fury. She tied the torn fabric across her chest with shaking hands, the humiliation burning hotter than the midday sun. Around her, no one stepped in, just the flicker of camera phones and the hiss of fuel pumps. "Look at her," one of them jeered. "Probably can't even afford the gas she's wasting." The laughter hit harder than words. Amira's throat tightened, her pulse pounding in her ears. She glanced toward a silver SUV parked nearby. Inside, an elderly white woman stared at her with quiet pity, lips parting as if to speak but never finding the courage. That tiny silence hurt more than the rip itself. What would you do if this happened to you? Amira thought bitterly. The men started circling closer, one reaching for her again, and that's when something in her snapped. The man's hand caught her arm, gripping hard. "Relax, sweetheart," he laughed, "we're just having fun." His friends howled behind him. Amira's breath slowed. Every lesson her father taught her flashed back like muscle memory: stance, control, precision. She twisted, locking his wrist, and in one clean motion, flipped him over the concrete. A sharp crack split the air. His scream tore through the laughter. Silence followed. The other two froze, eyes wide. "You broke his arm," one shouted. "You're going to jail." The words hung heavy, but Amira didn't move. Her chest rose and fell, steady. Then a voice cut through the tension, firm, female. "No, she's not." The station manager stepped out, keys in hand, pointing up to the camera above the pumps. "Everything's on record. You touched her first." The men's confidence drained as the weight of the truth hit them. Police sirens wailed in the distance, growing louder. The man on the ground groaned, clutching his arm, while his friends backed away, shouting excuses. Amira stood still, breathing hard but composed. The station manager handed her a bottle of water. "You did what you had to do," she said softly. One officer rushed in, recognizing the injured man. "That's the sheriff's son," he muttered. "Yeah," the manager replied coldly, "and the cameras don't lie." The crowd murmured as Amira met his stunned gaze. "Next time," she said evenly, "pick someone who won't fight back." She turned to leave, the sun glinting off her car as she drove away, head held high. Behind her, the old woman in the SUV whispered, almost to herself, "About time someone stood up." The hum of the pumps faded into quiet. Justice, for once, had made the louder sound.